Hey, what is up everyone? So in this video we're making a reaction to the Season 17 free pass, so the Season Pass that we have for this season. So for this one I'm going to do it a little bit different than I've done past ones. In past ones I've just kind of recorded it, didn't really react to it in live. I haven't really looked at this Season Pass at all yet. So this time I want to kind of just do more of like a live reaction to what we're seeing. I did already make a video on the Plunder Pass, so you can check that video out and enjoy that. But for this video, let's go ahead and hop into the Season Pass. Starting off, we don't get anything for level 1. I'm not seeing anything that I'm too interested on this first page to really look at. I'm not the biggest, person that changes like my hair and stuff in the game, and I don't really change my makeup in the game either. So none of that really interests me. I think this flag is actually kind of nice. It honestly kind of just like looks like a whale tail to me, and probably would have gone a lot better with the Season 15 Season Pass, to be honest. But, still good there. I like that a lot. Now, the last two seasons, I will say real quick to interrupt, have had really great Season Passes that have been better than the Plunder Pass, in my opinion. So I'm curious if the trend will stay the same, that this Season Pass will be better than the Plunder Pass, because the Plunder Pass is really good this season. So I'll have to wait and see, but, I have high expectations for what we might be getting with this. So, more mustache and stuff, doesn't really matter to me. Got a lantern, so that's probably the first interesting cosmetic that we've got in here. But it honestly kind of looks like stuff that we've seen in the past. It doesn't really look like anything new to me. I don't know, it almost looks like a reskin of something that we've already had existing in the game. I don't know what exactly, but it just looks very familiar. Next we have this belt. This belt looks pretty cool. I actually thought at first that that thing hanging there was like a dagger or something. And, a little bit disappointing that it's not. But I think it looks okay. It's pretty good. Then we have the Master of High Seas hat. Another decent hat. I mean, I think this would be a hat that's like, if you are new to the game, you don't have that many cosmetics to choose from, this will be nice to use. But there's so many hats that kind of look and are like the similar shape to this that, this one doesn't really excite me too much to get. Next up at level 30, we have the gloves. And I actually do like these gloves. It's kind of an interesting combo of stuff we've seen in the past, where we have like the fingerless gloves that we've seen on cosmetics in the past, but we also have the rings mixed with that. So that's kind of like a nice little mixture of some cosmetics that we've seen from the past, but doing something new with it. The rings themselves, I don't think they look too inspired or that interesting, but that big ring on the thumb is kind of cool. And you'll probably see that a lot when you're using like a sword and stuff. So I think there's some interest with that. Level 33, we have this shirt, which reminds me a lot. I don't remember what season pass it is. I think it might be season 14, but we had like a serpent type of theme with one of the seasons, and this so much reminds me of like that serpent jacket that we had. I don't know if it was exactly season 14, but that's what it reminds me of. Level 36, we have the hole for this set, and I actually really like this. I really like that shade of blue that they have for the hole. I probably will use this a good amount. So really looks good. I think this will go really well if you have the Stinging Tide set, which I think was the correct me if I'm wrong, it's either season 8 or season 9. I think it might be season 9's Plunder Pass. That set would go really well with this shade of blue for the hole if you wanted to mix it up. Next up we have a dress. Obviously I'm not going to really use the dress for my pirate, but I will say I think this dress looks really nice. It has a really nice color scheme going along with it. I really like kind of the whale tail towards the bottom of it, and that all looks really good. Got some boots. These boots look somewhat similar to what we've seen before. However, I do like the little addition of like kind of the steel-toed boots, kind of like if you're working in a shop or something. So this would go well if you're doing like a smuggler-themed outfit, I think, just because, kind of you could have like the lore implication or the storytelling that you're telling yourself for your character that's for like all the spikes and stuff that are going on in those hideouts. So kind of cool little addition right there. Next up at level 50, we have the tailor's apron. This was the one that I wasn't really expecting to see. It kind of looks like they're not wearing any pants back there, so it looks like it's just like a shirt and then with the apron. So that's kind of interesting. I'm assuming it's, you know, just probably a shirt clothing piece or maybe a jacket clothing piece. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's okay. I guess the hard part for me is I don't really view this as a Pirate Legend cosmetic. I don't really know what makes this Pirate Legend as opposed to other Pirate Legend cosmetics. I liked in the past when we used to get Pirate Legend cosmetics that really felt like they were part of that Pirate Legend faction or Athena's Fortune. A lot of these cosmetics, they don't really feel like they are Pirate Legend. They just feel like, okay, we need a Pirate Legend reward to put in here, so just put that one in. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't really see where this fits in. I think some people would really like this. I don't think I'll ever use this, to be honest. Level 51, I already see one that I'm really excited about, which is this new throwing knife. And I think throwing knives are something that we need a lot more of in the game. This is one of my favorite additions over the last year or so of Sea of Thieves. I really like the throwing knives. I think they're really fun to use, and they're really nice to use on PvE enemies. And this looks really nice. I really like kind of the messed up blade that we have here and the kind of the ghostly look that it has. This honestly would have been a better Pirate Legend reward because it goes really well with the Ghost Curse that they have for Athena's Fortune. So that would have made a lot more sense in my opinion. But, you know, it's good that everyone will be able to access this reward. Next up at level 55, we have the trousers for this set. Very plain, boring. Not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you just want something that's a little bit more plain and simple. But there's nothing really that interesting to me. I feel like if this was supposed to be kind of meant to be like a smuggler type of set, which I don't know if that's exactly what they're going for, but it seems like you would want to be like a smuggler type set for the smuggler themed season. I would expect like a smuggler outfit to have more tatters to it, have like some rips and cuts and stuff on their pants and everything like that. And this doesn't really have that, so it's a little bit disappointing. Next up at level 60, we have the Mask of Faraway Shores. This, honestly, is kind of an interesting looking mask. I kind of like it. It reminds me of Cyclops from the X-Men, where he has like the little mask that just covers his eyes. So I think that's pretty cool. I really don't know how practical that is as an actual pirate, though. I feel like that would make it really hard to see anything. But maybe if you're in a cave all the time and, you know, you're trying to go outside, you don't want all that light shining in you. So it's kind of, that's it. That's a more unique cosmetic for this set, I would say. Next up at level 66, we have the peg leg for this set. It's fine. Nothing too interesting for this. Nothing that I'm that excited about, if I'm being honest. Real quick, I will say something, if they didn't want to go like a full smuggler type of outfit for this set, I could see why. Maybe they want to just do something that's a little bit, you know, unique and keep like the smuggler type cosmetics for accommodation rewards. That would make sense. One other thing they could have done for this season pass that would have been really cool to tie in with the season is, if you remember, we have like the gunpowder keg outfit and stuff, and like the cosmetics that go with that set in the Pirate Emporium. What if we took the new keg that we have and made like kind of like a reskin or like a remake of that set and have like the new gunpowder keg as being like the whole outfit and like weapons and that kind of stuff? Not necessarily saying that that would be better for the season pass, but that would be an interesting cosmetic set to see them make. And if they can make it so that's for the outpost shop, so you have like one that's the Pirate Emporium and one for the outpost shop, I think that would have been a really nice touch. Level 70, we have another belt. Don't really have any care or interest in this one. Kind of looks like a giant band-aid wrapped with a rubber band to me. So, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of that one. Next to level 76, we have the hook, which looks very similar to the peg leg that we already got. And if you're trying to have, you know, a matching set, obviously that, you know, works well for that. I wasn't the biggest fan of the peg leg, not the biggest fan of this hook either. Next up at level 80, we have the eye patch, which just kind of looks like a bandana wrapped around. And actually, I do like this one. I think it looks pretty good. I think it could go well with a lot of different cosmetics, like combinations and stuff. So, not one that I'm upset about or anything. Would I necessarily use this one? Probably not. I don't think I'll change from the cosmetics I already have. But I do think, you know, it could go well with some other cosmetic combinations. Next up at level 90, we have the jacket for this set. This jacket, I think, looks pretty decent. I like it a good amount. I kind of wish they had two separate versions. I'd be interested to see one with like that middle like purple like band that's going around, and like one without it. I think it would be nice to have like both of those as separate things. But in terms of like this jacket itself, I think it looks pretty good. It has like a lot of nice details to it and doesn't look like too basic. At 91, we have a sale for this set. I don't really care about this sale too much. It's kind of just whatever to me. I think it's fine. I don't think it's bad or anything, but just not one that I would actually use for my ships at all. Next up at 96, we have another weapon for this set, which is the pistol. Pistol looks pretty decent. I think it looks really nice. I would probably use it from time to time. It has like a little sight at the end, which is something I always look for with the pistol. I wish we got more weapons in the set. We only got 2 this time around. So I wish we got a little bit more for the season pass. I feel like there's room to grow, especially with, say, like the blowpipe or the grapple gun, since those don't really have too many cosmetics. It would have been nice to see a little bit more for those. But we'll wrap up with this final one at level 100, which is another apron. At least this apron, I think it looks a lot better with the weaponsmith apron. This one I really do like a lot. I think that looks a lot better. It looks like it's using a female pirate model for this, but I'm assuming it'll probably look good on, you know, any type of pirate. I do think it's kind of odd that we had 2 apron cosmetics for the Pirate Legend rewards this season. I really would have loved to have just seen like a Pirate Legend, you know, weapon cosmetic, or maybe it's time to throw in another Pirate Legend curse. I know I'd rather see curses tied to combinations of the game, so maybe we'll get a curse for like the smugglers. I don't think so, based on I haven't seen anything for that so far. But maybe we'll get, you know, a curse for like combination stuff soon in the future, because it's been a little while. It's been since season 15, I believe, was the last one. And I don't think many people even went for that one just because it came out so late and the combinations are so high for it. So yeah, that covers the season 17 season pass. Let me know your thoughts on this season pass. I don't think I would say it's as good as the last 2 seasons that we've had. I feel like the last 2 seasons kind of set the bar pretty high for what a season pass could be. I think season 15, despite season 15 not being a season that I was too fond of, you know, in terms of like the content that we actually got, the season pass I think was really good for that season. This season, while there is a handful of cosmetics that I'm really excited about, like the throwing dagger that we saw, otherwise, I feel like they could have done a better job with this pass. There is some unique cosmetics in this set, but there's a lot of just very basic ones that, you know, I don't really care about. And I honestly think I would have rather seen them go for a more smuggler themed set for this to match like what the season is, rather than just kind of having some kind of random theme for the season pass. But those are my thoughts on the season 17 season pass. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you like and subscribed. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.